case that a man must be absolutely cut off from society because he is absolutely evil amounts to saying that society is absolutely good. No one in his right mind today would believe this. That's a quote from Robert Camus. Hello, my name is Rebecca, and I have always been against the death penalty, and I was compelled to do extensive research on the topic. The purpose of this presentation is to bring you shocking facts about the death penalty, and when I'm done, and at the conclusion of this presentation, I'm convinced you'll feel compelled to revisit your current position on the death penalty. Today we will discuss the problems the death penalty brings about, and then tackle the causes to this problem, and finally figure out solutions to each cause. Let's begin by looking at the problem. There are two major problems to the death penalty. First is the problem with the government having the authority to take another's life, and in some cases, innocent people. As long as you have capital punishment, there is no guarantee that innocent people won't be put to death. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, last September, a man named Damien was freed from the death row in Louisiana after an extensive investigation. He was found guilty of killing his own cousin, but later there was DNA samples found in the crime, and when an attorney reopened the case and took his DNA, he was found to be innocent. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, already 142 people have been released from the death row with evidence of their innocence. Those 142 people were lucky to be saved before their sentence was carried out, but not all are as fortunate. Second, if we believe that murder is wrong and not admissible, then it has to be wrong for everyone, individuals and government as well. Do you feel safe knowing that the government has the authority to take your life? Because I don't. From my audience analysis, I learned that 40% of you didn't even know that it was legal here in Arizona. In our 8th Amendment of the Constitution, it states that we are all protected against cruel and unusual punishment. However, that's not the case in the death penalty. According to an article by Allison Mutlock, death by lethal injection in 90% of the cases is excruciating pain. And that's not even compared to the mental suffering they go through sitting in a cell year after year waiting to be, just knowing that you're going to get killed and you don't know when. Which makes the death penalty, in fact, a cruel and very unusual punishment. To take a life when a life has been lost is revenge, not justice. Statistics show that states without a death penalty enforced actually have a lower crime rate than states that enforce the death penalty. Now that we have established the problem, let's look at causes to this problem. The cause to our problem can be traced from two sources. The lack of laws preventing this and the lack of fairness given to less wealthy people. The government should not have the authority to kill its own citizens. So we shouldn't allow government-sponsored executions. There needs to be a law against it. Second, people who do not have enough money to afford a lawyer that can get them out of it should not... Okay, never mind. People sentenced to death are not always the killers. In most circumstances, the murderer gets away with a couple years in jail when the person who supplied the murderer the weapon, in fact, gets the death penalty himself. After hearing the problem and causes, let's look at some solutions. Fortunately, there is a solution, which is mainly to make it illegal. But let's start with what we can do on a personal level. Until the law is passed, we can do a petition on ASU and vote in November to make it illegal. And we can, as far as the law goes, they should make a law for making it possible for everyone to have an equal trial, and not just those that have better money to afford a better lawyer, but everyone to get a good lawyers so that they can stay off the death penalty. Until they can pass the law, however, they should make it a lot more difficult to be able to receive the death penalty with DNA testing and absolutely knowing that he is guilty and not just giving him a trial and then sentencing someone to death. That way no innocent person is killed. Today we have established the problems with the death penalties, tackled the causes, and found solutions. So why do we kill people who kill people to show people that killing people is wrong? There are currently 3,261 people on the death row waiting to be killed or executed right now. So let's honor the victims of tragedies, but not with more killing.